So, hi everybody. I was not sure if I can do this talk today because this talk is something that hits so deep with me that I'm not sure if I've healed before or I've healed yet. On the 16th of December 2025, my house burned down. Don't say Not metaphorically, not symbolically, bent down. Everything that I've ever worked for, everything that I've ever called my own was gone. Just like that, in a span of only 2 hours, or maybe more. My memories, my clothes, my photographs, everything that you can ever think of reduced down to only ash, smoke, and silence. There's a time after a fire when everything is just so quiet. It's so quiet because you are standing there in what used to be your home. You are standing there in what you used to call your life, trying to understand how something so solid can disappear so quickly. It was right then and there that I learned a very uncomfortable lesson, that individual responsibility means absolutely nothing. Because when your house is burning, no amount of anything can save you. Not your job, not your title, not good intentions. Nothing can save you. The only thing that can save you is community, because you don't outwork a fire. You don't positively think your way through loss. The only thing that can save you is community. I would like to reintroduce myself. My name is Kholofelo Sethebe. I'm a marine biologist, a marine conservation advocate. I'm a programs director for Sentinel Ocean Alliance, and I'm a level 1 free diver. It was right there when I was standing in the ashes of my own home that I realized that I'm learning a very important lesson. Responsibility can never be carried alone. It's not the first time I'm learning this lesson, because I grew up in a very small village in Limpopo, where the phrase, "it takes a village to raise a child," was not just a say, it was an everyday life. I come from a home where raising me was not my mother's responsibility alone. I belonged to the community. I cannot just go play and let the sun set and do everything that I like. Any adult that's close by would shout at me and send me home. I can't just misbehave because I'm very far away from home. Nobody can do anything. My behavior would be reported and disciplined. So discipline, care, and protection is what they shared. I learned from a very young age that I'm not raised by only one person. I'm raised and I'm held by many, and continuously reminded every single day about the truth that Desmond Tutu once said. It takes it takes a person. What did he say? What did he say? Okay, I will say it in my language, because in my language it says "Mutuki mutuka batu." A person is a person through other people. You can never be human in isolation. You can only be human in a relation. When I was standing there in the ashes of my own home, I knew that I would not be able to do this. I could barely breathe. I could barely stand. Now you're asking me to do this on my own? It was not possible. I needed someone to show up for me. I needed someone to say it's okay. And you know who showed up? My community. The same community that I teach, the same community that I work with, the same community that we normally say they're under-resourced. Oh, they showed up for me. They showed up for me with clothes. They showed up for me with funds. They showed up for me with food. They showed up for me with messages, calls. Just something as simple as, "You are not alone." It's all I needed. And that changed my way of thinking, because I'm trained as a scientist. The only thing that I want to see is results. I want accountability, all of that. But science alone cannot explain how or why people show up for each other the way that they do. Science alone cannot measure belonging. And science alone cannot give us the change that we want to see in future. Only people do. I want to show you a slide that is very important that now you can look. This is Sentinel Ocean Alliance, where I work. Sentinel Ocean Alliance, when it started as a conjoined imagination. This place right here, when it started, it was nothing but a dump site. It was full of trash, neglect, and abandonment. But when the founder, Frank Solomon, stood there, he didn't see that. He saw potential. Potential to bring the community together. Potential to build a hub where the community members, which some of them are here, the community members would come and enjoy coffee and enjoy the view. And the kids would come and learn and not only do that, feel safe and feel at home. This place did not transform because of one person's job. It's because of a lot of people. Joint vision, joint mission, joint labor, and joint responsibility. At Sentinel Ocean Alliance, we educate the under-resourced youth. And the reason we do this is because we have a lot of conversations about conservation, but those conversations don't include them they're not included in them. Reason being that, not because they don't care, because when these conversations are brought forward, they're not built with them in mind. And normally when we're asking in these conversations, the only thing that we're asking for is responsibility. We're asking people to carry responsibility without any sort of support. We ask people to help heal our oceans, the same oceans they don't have access to. We ask people to protect our ecosystems, the same ecosystems they're not invited into. We ask people to change their behavior for the same system that does not give them alternative something, doesn't give them anything. But then that's what we ask from them. And at Sentinel Ocean Alliance, we don't just teach our kids. We create a home, a community. We make sure that these kids understand why they need to be there, why they have to be there before we ask anything of them. And that's one thing that we need. Because when I was standing there, I didn't want anybody to come and give me a checklist or ask me questions or ask me what I could have done to prevent something. I wanted connection, something that we forget when we get into conservation. We forget something that nature already is a master of, connection. Ecosystems don't thrive because of one strong species. It thrives because of everything depending on each other. And the same ocean doesn't survive because of one organism. Everything that lives there survives because they all depend on each other. So we are failing to remember something that nature is a master of, because the only thing that we want to do, we want to turn responsibility into a solo act, and that will never work for us. We mainly forget that people don't start from the same place. In responsibility without access, responsibility without safety, without community, it's not empowerment, it's pressure. And we normally ask people to change behaviors, but we forget that behavioral change does not just happen. It happens in context, in families, in homes, in schools, and all of that. When my house burned down, I didn't need a checklist. The only thing that I needed was connection. We don't just teach the kids about the beauty of our oceans and what we can do. We don't just teach them how to swim. We do everything with them. We swim together. You will see now it's important things that you can look at. We swim together. We make sure to dance together. We make sure to always be connected, even if we are not in the ocean, even if we're on sand or in the ocean. We build a community together. We make sure that the kids feel at home. We dance every day. The dancing comes every day. We eat together with the kids. We clean the beaches together. We clean the rivers together. We just have fun together. And that way, the kids have some sense of belonging. because they can only protect something that they belong to. And that way, when you start now give them something that they need to protect, trust me, they are going to protect it. But you started by showing them why they need to protect it. And when we do all of these things with the kids, the question stops being, what am I supposed to do? It starts being, what can I do? And that changes everything, because it shows that the kids don't feel alone anymore. There's some sort of connection. It shows that they want a solution that can be sustainable. They want everything out of what we're teaching them. And when everybody showed up for me on the 16th, they didn't save me because they were perfect. They saved me because they were connected. And that's the kind of world that we need in conservation, where individuals are not shamed into action, where communities are not supported. Like, we need communities to be supported into stewardship. We need everyone to step back and start planning, replanning again, because now a lot of things is just, you have to do, you have to do, you have to do. Remember, we live in a world where we are told if something goes wrong, it's because you didn't do good enough. You didn't study hard enough. You didn't work hard enough because you made wrong decisions. We're taking all of that thinking into conservation. We are told if you care, you can recycle more. If you work harder, you can change your behavior. And if the environment is suffering, it's because individuals are failing. And that is very dangerous and very unfair. At some point, we just lost everything. We just lost the plot and made responsibility into a solo act. So connection is the kind of thing that we need into conservation. On the 16th of December, I lost everything, but I gained clarity. Clarity that comes with realizing that no one is meant to do anything alone. Not recovery, not life, and not conservation. Because the ocean does not need heroes. The ocean needs us. Thank you so much.